I say every single day. I talked about it with her 2 hours today. I said, we are fucking grinding so hard that we are losing the vantage point of what we have accomplished today. We got podcast, interview, flying, do this, do that. I'm like, stop. It's just me and you and this mom and pop thing that we're doing. Look at where the fuck this book is at right now.
It's crazy.
Look how many people we're touching. Shut up and just fucking think for a second. Let's stop. Because all we did was talk about this and this. We got to keep. I go, no, enjoy this for a second. We have to take time and realize what the fuck we've accomplished. Huge. Because you have to. What is it all about? I'm gonna keep on grinding. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying though is, you have to respect what you've done. Take a second, not live in it, not sit around and say, I'm good. Sit back and say, let me look at the vantage point now that I'm at. That's why you reset the vantage point. Get the tactical advantage. If you get the tactical advantage too quick and start fighting, you gotta take a second to take observation of where I'm at. What have I done? Am I in the right spot? I'm obviously in the right spot right now. Now we can go back to fighting. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're doing right now. Or you find peace. I never found peace until I got real sick. And you find peace by clarity. And there's no clarity when there's noise. When there's always a schedule in front of you to keep grinding at it. So my schedule is always there. I'm still alive. And while I'm still alive, I'm going to grind until I'm dead. But in that grinding schedule, you have to have a point in there where it's okay, at 12 o'clock, reset the tactical advantage and look and see where you're at. At this new vantage point, stop for a second and survey the field. Because what I was doing was I had this big, long schedule. And in this schedule, there was no take a second, see what the fuck you've accomplished. Because if I did all that shit in the military, after I got honor man at Ranger School, and I was the top leader amongst 300 people, when I got back to that second platoon, if I had taken a vantage point and said, okay, my God, man, you've really grown as a leader, I would have attacked the situation that second platoon was differently when I was like, oh, you guys don't want to work out this fucking hard? You ain't hard like this? I would have taken a step back and said, okay, hang on a second, man. You learned a lot. That's the tactical advantage. You got to take that vantage point and take a second to breathe and say, you learned a lot. But when you learn a lot, if you just go back into the fight, you never apply what you learn. You just get that certificate of graduation and go. Get it, remember what you learned, and use it. And that's about taking that 1 second out, get on top of that mountaintop, looking down and say, okay, how would I have handled this years ago? Wow, I would have really fucked that up. This time, let's not fuck it up again.
Right.
Again.
Yeah.
It's like when you go and somebody gives you a knot and they tie a lot versus tying a knot, they tie a lot. And they say, hey, can you undo this? That was the inside of my body.
Mm-hmm. But it forced you to stop.
The body will do that. The body will do that. The body will say, hey, man, you've done a good job. Now we're fucking done. Mm-hmm. And my body said, you're done.
Right.
Yeah, it was severe. And it was probably overtraining mixed in with a lot of other shit. The body was whacked. It was whacked, man. And it just said, you're done. Go ahead, hang up your shoes, lay in the bed. It's time to die. I walked that whole thing. If I was on Dean's, he was walking a lot himself.
There was a lot of walking.
So
it was not a good year for him either.
I walked that almost whole race. I was cramping up so bad. It looked like an alien was in my quads. They were just doing this weird thing. I was hydrating, so I was like, what the hell's going on? My body started shutting down then. And then I had like a period of time where I was like, my God, feeling my best. And I crushed this race called Frozen Otter. And I was like, my God, man, I'm back. No, I wasn't. It was just my body saying, we got one more in us, man, before we give it up. So 2013 is when it really started hitting hard, man. And it went on from there.